Hello.
Honey, I'm home.
Oh gosh, I thought I left the door on the lock.
Oh, you can never get rid of me. I'm just like herpes. How you doing
No,
out there,
I
ladies, gentle thems?
can't cope with you saying you're just like herpes. That is disgusting.
Tell a lie though, did I? I mean, let's not stigmatize herpes now. It's, like 70 of us have it.
Facts, no printer.
Maybe. I don't know if that's still statistics. I don't know if I just made that up off the top of my head, but the point still stands.
30%.
I am
That
inevitable, just like Thanos.
I can't cope with you this week. You could
Thanos
take
X
Xanax.
herpes. Oh, I wish. Shout out to any doctors listening.
Can you imagine being sponsored by
Xanax? Brand. Oh my god.
Everyone loves a Xanax sponsored podcast. Do you want to go ahead and tell everyone what they're listening to?
Ladies and gentle dims, welcome. That's right, the third episode of the podcast
Crunchy Drag. A RuPaul's Drag Race recap podcast brought to you by two cousins who love to talk shit, have a laugh, and obsessed over Drag Race.
So get comfortable and have a kiki with us as we recount the latest episodes of sickening television shows in history. I'm Serena Char's art degree, but you can call me the goods, the greats, the Annalise.
Oh, okay, come on.
I did a little spice. I mean, I was waiting for the laughter, but it didn't come. It was just God. Just like Serena's career.
I was giving you your moment to shine because I didn't want to laugh over you because I listened back and I laughed over you so much.
I mean, I'm hysterical. It can't be
all right,
helped.
bitch. You don't need to do all that now. I'm Dame Judith Stench, but you can call me Chris.
You love to do it.
Why did I do it in Lawrence Chaney's accent though? Can we just...
You can't help yourself. Oh my god.
Oh my gosh. And welcome to another episode of Crunchy Drag, guys. We are recounting RuPaul's Drag Race UK Series 2, Episode 2. Dare for the French people out there.
We are international, baby. Mr. Worldwide, darling.
Zale.
Shout out Jennifer Lopez at the inauguration.
Featuring Pitbull.
Let's get crunchy.
Let's get lit.
Oh my god. Jennifer, if for some reason I'm on Ellen in like 20 years and she wants to whip this out while we're like sitting next to each other, I'm so sorry, but I'm not sorry. What a blessing that was.
I'm not sorry. She should be the one that should be sorry. I'm so sorry.
Oh, Joe and Kamala, I'm so sorry on behalf of Jennifer Lopez.
I'm not. All right, let's dive into this episode of
please
one of the best series of Drag Race already. I think it's shaping up to be. I think it's 2 episodes in and it's already giving me everything that I want.
Honestly, do you want to tell the people what the name of the episode, the essence was? Because I just want to hear you say it.
What? Didn't do this then.
I want you to say the R word. I want you to tell the people.
Oh, rude.
The name of the episode. Oh, I'm sorry. I'd love to hear some more Lawrence Chaney impressions.
Oh. Wait, sorry. I just realised. You mean the actual name of the episode? Rats the Musical.
Rats! Oh.
Yeah. The Rusical.
Oh my god! I just wanted to take a second to give it the shine that it deserves. I mean, we're gonna talk about it obviously, but Rats the fucking Rusical.
honestly an acid trip I never thought I'd see. Let's jump into this episode. So we see the ladies. They return back from they're returning back to the workroom
Yes.
after Mr. Joe Black's elimination last week. R.I.P. I mean, she's not dead, but just her time on Drag Race is until like the inevitable All Stars US versus UK. Come on, that's got to come at some point.
I'm really into manifestation right now.
Oh, I'm so into voguing right now. To quote Vanessa Hudgens, I'm never going to be over that. All right, okay, so Estina has won. The girls are gagged.
A horror, Peter Pan sitting over there, agog and aghast that ASOS jacket. It's like the 15,000th time she's mentioned that the jacket's from ASOS. But you know what? The ASOS jacket won, and you're just gonna sit there looking stunning and sparkly in your Peter Pan cosplay. But
Peter Pan cosplay. Wow. Okay. It's been 6 minutes in and you're already
no, I did not say it was a bad thing. I just said that it was not Robin Hood. I didn't get Robin Hood. I got Peter Pan. Love Peter Pan. Watched it for the first time in years the other day. Just as whimsical and delightful as I remember.
I liked the look. I just felt like you're right. It was Peter Pan. I didn't realize it until you said it last week. But I mean, yeah. So Estina's won. Horror 40.
Yeah.
Estina was flexing just a tad.
Oh.
Like are you like a humble winner? Are you kind of like braggy?
I think it's the first challenge win of the series, and she already came in giving it the big one, giving it all that, and I mean she won in an ASOS jacket, as a horror will never let us forget. So I mean she's got to be a little bit flexy, no?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's good to like be a little bit confident, and you can be cocky sometimes. I mean, it's Drag Race. Like, if you like, it's not a pageant. If you want to be pageant-y, go and do a pageant. This is a pageant on bar salts, but like,
not
yeah.
bar salts.
I did think when she said like, oh, whether you make it, buy it, or like get it made for you, or whatever. Like, what is it like? She was kind of like alluding to like, as long as you get the end result. Yeah, there's that. But I'm kind of like, like, I do feel like when someone's made something, it just is a little bit more special. But that's not taking away anything from Estina, because she rightly, fair and squared, killed that challenge last week. So
with a chicken box in her hand. Oh,
there are girls there are girls with like skin missing because of like duct tape to their bodies, hot glue, like, stoned tights that are like they've been through so much on Drag Race, and they've been called safe. And Estina has literally been like, I'm gonna have this chicken box, so imagine what I can do with a proper gown, like the ultimate flex. Yeah, so Estina just made me laugh, and she was just kind of like, I'm so evil, I love it. Like, her confessionals are hilarious.
Yeah, she's sinister, but still lovable. She's got that beautiful combination of evil, but intriguing. Love it.
It's intriguing.
It's so intrigued. I'm on bath salts. I don't know what I'm high on rats. I've had such a good day today.
You're not the only ones. I don't know who thought of this episode. You are on meth, but that's okay. Like,
oh my god.
Okay, so we're going into a new day in the workroom,
Yeah.
and Miss Mandela has that blue Peter, that Peter badge.
Yes, proudly upon her titty.
Disgusting. What did you make of this little tension between Ginny and Lawrence when it started off as banter, but like
it was
Lawrence
a little bit
in her feels this episode.
Yeah, it was a little bit diggy. Like Ginny had me absolutely creased, like linen trousers creased. I was Like, she was being shady, but she was being, she was quite diggy. She was being shady, but not like Tia Coffee, like humorous shady. She was like joking, but I'm not really joking, bitch. It was very, very entertaining.
I'm not joking, bitch. I'm not joking, bitch.
Oh my god. Me. Death becomes me.
And if that doesn't become you, then a rat will.
Oh! So I'm
I
herpes,
can't get
I'm
over.
Thanos, I'm a rat, I'm just
I can't get over the rat thing. We'll
never.
get to it. We'll get to it.
Oh,
Anyway, Tia obviously, so she promises that she's got better outfits to come. And I was like, okay, so she's either going to be stunning at the end of this episode, or she's going to have an outfit that's questionable.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, okay, what are they setting up? What's happening? In comes RuPaul,
looking fracking fabulous in a gingham suit and a pussy bow blouse, sumptuous. Just looked really fucking good.
Fabulous.
I mean, we've moved on from the Republican suit that he was donning last week, and he was like, you know what? Let me make small efforts, and it looked good.
I mean,
good.
It was a choice. You
Did
girls
you not like?
Look good. I wasn't a fan,
No.
but I mean, we're not looking for a Klein and Epstein and Parker collaboration sponsorship, so I can say that.
Or are we? Ooh.
Okay, so this mini challenge, which doesn't have a name, I noted, because they never said it at any point.
No.
It was just like, it was a poll, ballots, and they're voting for the Secretary of Trade, the Trade Minister, the leader of the House of Lording It Up, aka the Cockiest Queen, and the Baroness Basic. And before we get into that, can we just take a second to just inhale and exhale and think about Baz, the new Brit Crew member?
Yes, let's take a moment, several moments to reflect. Like, my eyeballs were.
I forgot that I was watching Drag Race. Sorry.
No, you go ahead. Say your piece.
Oh, it will just be dribble, honestly. I forgot that I was watching Drag Race for a second, a hot minute, and a hot hour.
You didn't watch the rest of the episode, did you?
Someone lip sync something and sachet. No, I just had to like get that out of the way really quickly. The Queen's vote.
Yeah, the word elections, my god, the voting elections, I'm shook. Like, as soon as RuPaul was like, elections, everyone looked real dark. Like, the intercontinental shared trauma of it all. But we voted democratically. And Secretary of Shade, who did you think it would be?
I knew it was, of course, going to be a
Villain.
horror. Like, there's no question. Yeah.
Capital letter, lock, villain. Pulled it.
Okay, and then Trade Minister. I was like, I know that like the meaning of trade on the show has changed meaning over the years, because the original meaning of trade outside of Drag Race, like in terms of like ballroom culture and stuff like that, is like not even ballroom culture, just like queer history. Like trade is like the mask kind of DL kind of vibe. Like he's a thug, like he's, you know, and like trade on the show has gone from that to now like
the prettiest twink.
Yeah. I mean,
maybe not twink, maybe not always.
No, but either way, I said Tace.
Yeah.
Or Estina.
I was Tace. I mean, beautiful. Beautiful as a man. Beautiful as a woman. Ugh, Tace. Tea. Tasty.
God.
I want to sip.
The leader of the House of the Lord of Lording It Up. They really should never have had it that long.
Yeah. Does not roll off the tongue well.
RuPaul just said the cocky queen. She said that line once and was like, that's it. Lawrence Cheney, I promise, is the last time I
Please
say
never
that.
stop.
And Baroness Basic, Tia.
Oh, not Tia. No, I don't accept that. Sorry. Like Tamira caffeine, sure, but Tia coffee, nah. Not on my watch. Not.
Oh my gosh. Tamira caffeine for series 3.
I want I'm talking full credit to whatever baby drag queen stumbles across this podcast and decides they're going to use that name now. Remember, Annalise sent ya.
My drag mother, Annalise.
Oh, God, dream come true. I just got goosebumps.
I can't. I mean, I was just like, oh, okay. They really came with Tia. I see.
Humor though, as she
Yeah,
beautiful girl, beautiful personality.
Rue seemed to enjoy like the way that she took it as well. So I was like, okay,
exactly.
Well done, Tia. You're doing us proud. And then RuPaul announces that we have probably the most crackhead experience I think we will ever experience on Drag Race. Rats The Rusical.
As if Cats wasn't enough. Like, I'm still having recurring night terrors, not nightmares, night terrors about Jennifer Hudson and the fucking Cats trailer. Because you know for damn sure I didn't watch the fucking film, but that trailer lives rent free in my broken little mind. And then they bring us Rats, like a new level of deranged delight. There.
Yeah, I want to be in that room when like the team behind Drag Race UK were like, do you know what we'll do? Right. Like it must have been hilarious. I'm obsessed with this challenge. I really am. I am. And Tia has the power. She's got the power to divvy up the who gets what.
Yep. Who's laughing now?
That was delicious. I love a little plot twist. We just watched Rigor Morris. that was Rigor Morris in play. RuPaul rigged the system. He fracked the system. In Tia's. Yeah, I mean, I'm happy. Go Tia.
She was very diplomatic. She was very lovely about it all.
Yeah, I mean, let's dive into that role divvying up just after this quick little break.
Sure thing.
Hey.
Bye. You right, hon?
Hello. The cat slater of it all.
And they're just in full theatrical mode right now, you know, thespian.
Oh, are you training to play rat number 4 in the Rusical sequel?
It's all I've ever dreamed of.
I dreamed a dream of rats gone by.
Oh my god, it's like a musical mashup. Remix!
Mess. If you're joining us, I don't understand why you skipped 18 minutes into a podcast. Weird, but you know, do you boo? We are reviewing RuPaul's Drag Race UK Series 2, Episode 2, and we are joining the queens back in the workroom, doling out some roles for Rats The Rusical.
Rats!
Grim. Absolute nip, I'm sure that was. Tia Kofi has the power. It's in her hands. She gets to choose who plays all these crazy characters in this Rusical. I was so intrigued by everything that was happening here, because you had like Veronica who's trying to prove herself right now, and
Mm.
she says she can sing, and then she sings in this interesting way.
Yeah, I'm sure it's some kind of like theatre people technique that we're just too local to know about. But it was it happened.
That it did. But I could oddly tell that she could sing from her doing that. I think
Yeah.
I was intrigued. I was intrigued, and then the Queens obviously it was kind of like to me. I'm not saying it wasn't actually like this, but it felt a little bit to me like they could smell blood in the water with her because it was kind of like it just felt like, oh, that's what you want to do, but you can't do that, and I've
Yeah.
actually like like
Yeah. And then
Cherry.
Cherry just throwing in that dagger of like, I mean, I'd prefer that, but I can do anything. I was like, oh, okay. Cool. That's the most polite, like, flex slash threat I've ever heard.
I mean, we've seen it before though. When you say, "Oh," like sometimes it's worth on Drag Race just putting yourself
Shut
out there and
up.
fighting for it. I think
True.
because we've seen, we've seen that I should have been Black China's. You
Taylor's old
know,
time.
yeah, like yeah, you should have just fought a little harder, Cherry, if you wanted it that bad. But equally, I guess she was trying to be nice-ish, although she was being shady at the
Was
same time.
she?
She was being
Yeah.
shady at the same time, which is fine. I was just like, okay. I had to write this down. Veronica in her confessional saying, does the Pope shit in the woods?"
A philosopher.
Put that on like a poem or something. Put it in a poem.
Literally,
Write it.
Homer could never. He's quaking in his grave somewhere in Greece. Like Veronica Green 2021. Someone put that in quotes on Instagram with like a background of the ocean or something, Some real
Fuck.
deep shit.
Forget the quotes. I think people should be studying Veronica in school. Like we studied Shakespeare, but we should be studying Veronica Green because Um, and then all the other roles get doled out. Estina puts herself up to get Jane, the basic pet rat. Um, Veronica nabs Evita. Um, Lawrence is terrified, is what I've written in caps.
Yeah. Lawrence's capital letters shook.
I'm like, I was. I was like, is it so? Is it too early to be this scared in the competition? I guess not. Like, it's this is the second week now, but like,
Second
she
break.
was, yeah, second breakdown.
Yeah. Poor Lawrence is, what she said that she was good at in her not being shady, but like she's like, I can't, I don't feel confident out of drag, and now it's like I can't sing, I can't dance, I'm scared of performing. Like, you're a
I
performer,
think
babe,
she's a performer. I think she's a performer.
right?
I think she's very funny, and I think she'll excel in the acting challenges as well.
True.
And I think like her looks are pretty decent as well. Like week one, she looks great.
Yeah, agreed.
So I think she just when
She
you
just
have a little bit of
needs
a
to
wobble
believe in her sauce.
in that lovely Scottish sauce. What sauces are Scottish?
I want to say like HP sauce, but that might be very, very incorrect.
I
Vinegar.
think did you say vinegar?
I don't know.
That's not a
No,
sauce.
I don't like sauce. I'm not versed in sauce, not that kind of sauce.
Not that kind of sauce.
Wink.
She's doing a joke there, guys. um okay, yeah, we've just got the other queens get other parts.
Yeah.
Love the fact that one of the characters' names is Dysentery. uh
Like, I know nothing about Cats the musical because I mean, I don't want to watch a musical where people I'm not a huge lover of musicals anyway, and a musical where people are dressed up as cats, like, it's not my jam. It's not the tea for me, I'm afraid. So I didn't know shit about cats. I was like, yeah, of course there's one called Dysentery and whatever else heinous names they were called.
It's a weird one. Cats. I mean, I'm not majorly into musical theatre. I do like to go to the theatre though; it's quite fun. But
Yeah.
I just was like, okay, this is such a random choice, but I loved it. We've got other notes I just jotted down here. Everyone else got roles.
Next.
Next on that. Okay, so next up we have the rehearsals, and first up we have rehearsals with the watchful eye of Michelle Visage and her mysterious vocal coach, I don't know what for, called Dane Chalfin. She presented
Were
to him like
Carrie
a
and
show
David
pony.
not available? Like, come on now. Premier vocal coaches, Carrie and David Grant. Run them their check, please. They weren't
There
available.
is
So Michelle and her BNP cosplay shoes came with lovely Dave. What was his name? Dane.
his name was Dane.
I didn't write.
I can't believe you said. Did you say her BNP cosplay shoes?
I said what I said. I saw the
Look.
Union Jack and I was triggered, baby. I was triggered. If it's not on Jerry Halliwell's body, then it just screams Nigel Farage to me. So,
Or Clapham Gay.
oh,
Just say Tom Daly. Yeah, the so-called lesson was, I mean, it happened.
yeah, it did. It took up
It,
like 5 minutes of time.
it was essentially just like everyone's all right, but like everyone's also potentially in danger. Great.
The
And
highlight.
then,
Oh,
oh, go on. What
oh.
was your highlight?
My highlight was the first time I heard the words "May the best rodent win," and I had to voice note you because I was screaming so loudly on my bed. May the best
Best
rodent
rodent
win.
win.
I feel sick.
I just was like, when, like, I didn't want to see the rehearsal because I didn't want to be spoiled because it was just too much.
What a sumptuous little morsel that was. It left me wanting more.
Chucking us rats a little bone. Yeah, this rehearsal, I was just like, I don't want to hear the song. Save it for the main stage. The dance rehearsal, choreography. I was really busy again. Because all of a sudden there were two beautiful dancers that were just like, hey, we're going to teach you some dancing now.
How they learned any dance moves is beyond me because I would have taken absolutely nothing in.
That I was like, okay, amazing. They're also those guys, Jay and
I can't remember the other one. I remember Jay.
Kieran. It's Jay Revell and Kieran Ward. They danced for Little Mix for a bit, and like, yeah, because I remember I was like, and then I was like, that was the thought process there. Essentially, what happened, in case you didn't see it, I mean, which you did because you're listening to this podcast and it's spoiler heavy, but essentially, Fit Dancers taught them how to dance. Lawrence had a breakdown. And Jay kind of consoled her, which was really sweet. I got a little bit worried for Lawrence because I was like, is this going to get to her? I don't want to see her go. This is not, I feel like there's so much more that we can see of her. So I wasn't ready to say goodbye.
No.
I mean, yeah, that's pretty much it. I loved Lawrence saying, midway through tears, she was like, I'm gay, I should be able to sing and dance.
Oh, theatricality.
I loved it. I mean,
a low-key legend.
With the rehearsals, I feel like I do wonder sometimes. I'm like, obviously you got to be like, you're shitting it, but also, is some of this like, are you putting it on? I'm not saying Lawrence is. Don't come for me. I'm just saying, like, on Drag Race, when it comes to rehearsals, we see the girls sometimes be like, I'm nervous about this, blah, 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 I'm struggling.
Yeah, I see what you mean, like making excuses for later on, but I would have literally put on the waterworks. I would have flung myself on the floor like the half black person that I am. And I would have been wailing and hollering and hooting just so that Jay would wrap his arms around me and give me a hug. So I don't blame you, Lawrence. You get yours, girl.
And that's on Thirstiana. Yeah, I mean that wrapped up the rehearsal. I just felt like it was just a bit like, I not in a bad way. I'm happy I got to see parts of it, but I mean,
We're gagging for the
yeah,
main show.
yeah. Okay, and then suddenly it's a new day in it's a new day in the workroom. It's the day of the elimination. Um, I love when the queens walk in. They just like bow in, and they kind of just. I'm just every time I see them like do that, I'm like, oh my gosh, like this is another series of Drag Race UK. Like,
Energy.
I love them. I love them so much. I know literally this podcast is like 90% us just saying
Love
the words like
them.
we love them, love that for them, love that for them, baby.
Come through.
Yes, mama, slay them, boots the house down, gorge. You didn't have to go that hard. Pop off, sis.
That was such a good impression of me. Oh my god, you're getting so good at that.
That was my impersonation of like the 12-year-old children that watch the show now.
I'm only 13. What are you talking about? Don't drag me.
I mean, you might be 13, but you might still know who Alan Turing is. Not everyone can say that.
She's intellectual, mama.
I feel like we should address some tea and on the podcast as well at some point. We'll get to that. I wanna let's bookmark a little moment for the bottom, the lip syncers actually.
Yes.
Because I want to mention something really quickly. But it's elimination day. Sorry. And we have lovely Taste and Ahura, who I know they're flatmates because they're always on the social media and they live together. Didn't know that they were kai-kaiing or had at some point.
Didn't know. Wouldn't have guessed at all, like, until now. And then I think earlier on, there was some bit, in the mini challenge. And I was like, have they fucked? Did I hear that correctly? Because my hearing is not so good because I be listening to my music too damn loud every damn day. My iPhone literally told me, like, we're turning your music down because you've been listening to damaging ear level music for the last 7 days. So I wrote, are they
That's just BTS?
3 question marks? And the answer is yeah. They did it. They did it.
Yeah. She said, yeah, because Ahura said, like, that's why she had it. And I was like, okay, wait, what? Yeah, I'm just like, I don't want this to be a Vanjie Brooklyn Heights moment.
Oh, tiresome. Yeah.
That was laborious. But we don't talk about season 11, but if we are going to talk about it really quickly, we're gonna just say that, yeah. I don't think it's gonna be a moment too much.
Really not
in a bad way. I just like, it's cute for a little bit and then it's like, okay, let's get back to the competition.
Yeah, we've seen the storyline before.
Exactly. The second part of this day of elimination, pre-runway, pre-Rusical moment, we have Cherry Valentine opens up, and as soon as she started talking, I was like, oh, so she's going home this week.
Oh my god, you're such a fan. You're just such a fan of the show because you know how it go.
It's the Drag Race kiss of death. Like, just, yeah, I was just kind of like, okay, she was obviously talking. It was really sad.
Yeah,
because she was
very touching.
As soon as she mentioned that, like, everyone else on the cast are already proud of who they are, and then she went into, like, being a traveler. And then like being gay within her family and toxic masculinity in her
Yeah.
community, I was just like, oh, I want to jump in and give you a little hug, but I can't do that because you're there and I'm in my bedroom recording this podcast, babes.
It was a really touching moment, and it was nice to see someone get emotional that wasn't Lawrence. It was real sweet, and I don't know, these moments, they always like really just, I know that they're coming, so it's always when they're putting on makeup and the producers are whispering in their ear like, oh, why don't you bring up about that time when their dog got killed by their nana who had a heart attack while she was driving the car, like just the most traumatic thing that's ever happened to them in their lives. And then it's like key, very devastating moment. And how am I meant to recover from that? Because I know Rats the Rusical is coming, and I'm bummed now. Like, I'm sad. Why they gotta do that?
It's always the way, isn't it? They're just like, they're just like, oh yeah, like you look sickening. Talk about how your mum abandoned you at the bus stop.
Oh, Roxy.
Just shout out to Roxy Andrews. She's here to make it clear.
We love you, baby.
Yeah, I was just like, oh, like little cherry. I felt for her.
Makes extra
But it's
sad
really
knowing
important.
she's going home later on then, isn't it?
Exactly. But you know, this is what makes me happy about Drag Race, is that we're getting these queer stories. Like, you're not really seeing them on anywhere else, really.
Yeah.
Like, very minimal.
Yeah.
So it was nice. It was nice to see this conversation. It was nice to see Estina and Tace's conversation last week as well about Black queer icons. So yeah, I'm appreciative of this. Although a little bit sad. So I was hoping that the Rusical would cheer me up.
It didn't disappoint. Did it?
We'll discuss the Rusical after this break.
Ting! Can't even explain how excited I am to get into this next part. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm so ready.
Rats The Rusical.
I'm sure first we have to talk about the judges. RuPaul walked the main stage, giving me Galaxy Ripple tease.
I love this outfit. It
was pretty. I know, I love a Galaxy Ripple. That was not a read at all. It looks like stupendous confection.
I was about to sing Peppermint for a second. I got really distracted. But it ain't for free. Lingerie queen from NYC. Michelle looks cute. She did look cute. Sheridan Smith was not.
Yeah.
Again, I wasn't expecting Sheridan Smith as a judge, and I was actually pleased. I don't like. She was giving me probably what I would probably be like on Drag Race, like just happy to be there.
Yeah.
She had some like really good, like funny one-liners. But she's a special guest this week, and we have Alan Carr.
Oh, Alan, looking like my nana's curtains, except my nana never had those curtains at all. She has taste, but he looked absolutely just lovely. Alan, lovely Alan.
That subtle shade of your nan having taste, therefore Alan Carr is devoid of taste.
He's got acquired taste. People love those curtains.
He's got
and those sofas
taste.
and the matching cushions. It is not my neck will come for.
What was that?
I said not today.
Oh, not today, Satan. Can't wait to watch Drag Race Spain. All right, this maxi challenge, Rats The Rusical, which I can only describe as a meth and cocaine infused fever dream.
Fever dream was exactly what I thought as well.
Just
I was so horrified and so so entertained. Like, I was so entertained. It was everything I imagined the fucking Cats film was, but I'm not gonna watch it because James Corden's in it and Jason Derulo also somehow. Nah, not about it. But Rats, I'm very, very about Rats the Rusical. Oh my god.
So the musical starts, and I can't keep my eyes off of Ginny and Veronica at the beginning. I can't. I'm literally like, oh my gosh, what are they doing? Where are they going? They're going over there. And then the like mini like the solo groups start. So you've got
Yeah.
like
Yes.
what did you think of their performance? Tace and Ellie.
It was. I mean, I live in Ends, and I can confirm that all the rats here look like Taste. They look exactly like her. They're so glam. They're so bougie. She was very. She was a very pretty ghetto rat. Ellie was a
Yeah.
rat. Like they were. I mean, they got the lines. Rategory is bring it to the subway. So that's literally all I wrote down.
They I think they easily had the best verses, I feel.
Sure. Oh
I
my
just really
god.
enjoyed it.
Rategory is.
I felt like they were both like a bit like in the beginning. Like
Yeah.
they just weren't present in the beginning. And then it got better. It got a lot better. When like Tace's verse kicked in and it was just like boom, great. And then Ellie's kicked in as well. But in the beginning it was a bit stumbly. And then at the end again, it went stumbly again a little bit.
Yeah.
It was like the reverse of a shit sandwich.
Yeah.
Like
I was
a
trying to
good part
think.
in go on, sorry, Marv.
No, I was gonna say nothing of any substance. I was gonna think what the opposite of a shit sandwich was, but I couldn't think on my feet. That was literally what I was about to say. Just took up so much time of our podcast. I'm so sorry.
A shit sandwich, maybe like when people try to not have carbs and they put like the sandwich filling in the middle and then cucumbers on either side. That's like the
So
equivalent.
depressing.
Yeah,
Depression sandwich. Ugh.
that's what that was. And then up next was the Rat Pack, Sister
Yeah.
Sister, or as I'm going to start calling her, Sister Squared.
Nice.
Cherry Valentine and Lawrence Cheney. It's back. It was a bit funny. It was like really nuanced in places. I quite liked it, and then I didn't.
I liked random bursts of Lawrence's Scottish accent. Like that was a treat. But other than that, I was just kind of like,
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. Like Lawrence, I think you're right, was definitely the highlight. I think for me, there were like little moments. Like it was like a little moment from Cherry. Sister Squared said something in a very funny way, and I was like, "Ha, okay." But it just wasn't. Again, I was just like, "Okay, fair."
Yeah.
Bimini Bombay Blesh and a horror.
Bimini.
As
My
before we get into this really quickly,
yeah.
Ginny is like the host of the Rusical. Don't come for me. I don't know what that means. What the official
the narrator.
the narrator. Yes, come on, words. Yeah, Ginny's the narrator, and she introduces Bimini and Ahura as she says Ginny. So she describes. I can't get my words out today. Literally, she calls Ahura diphtheria instead of dysentery. I was like, it was obviously by accident, I think, because Michelle corrects her, but it was so funny and just really charming. I'm just like, oh, you can't, in my eyes, I'm like, you can't really do that wrong, can you, Ginny? At the moment, I feel.
Ginny.
I feel that's coming. Anyway, sorry, just had to mention that because diphtheria made me laugh a lot. It's not laughing matter though, because people get really ill from that. Welcome to the NHS podcast. Bimini and Ahura basically getting their fire starter fantasy right
That
now.
is
Like
literally what I wrote down. I was like, come on, Prodigy. Like, I was sitting there, and when I saw Bimini, Bon Voyage, and I was like, hang on a minute. She reminds me of someone, but I really could not think who it was. And then as soon as they came on stage, I was like, fucking Keith Flint, innit? Rest in peace.
Oh my R.I.P.
Yeah, R.I.P. to Keith.
I did write what the fuck.
It was so wildly entertaining. Like, none of it made any sense to me whatsoever, but I was so entertained every possible moment.
Again, like just acid.
Pure LSD.
Honestly. Um the next the next section of the performance was Evita Von Flees, played by the sensational Veronica Green.
Oh my goodness.
She ate that up. I can't. I knew it was coming. I was like, there's got to be some kind of gag. The way that everyone's kind of just been like, prove yourself, Veronica.
Yeah, that was
She
sublime.
she ate. She ate it up. Like, it was perfect.
It was so good. Down to the rat nipples.
Like, honestly, I'm terrified of rats and mice, but I was standing so hard for this. Like, I can't cope. The line, "Spread your legs, make 'em pee." I want to know who, because electric chair. I can't. Who came up with that?
The same
I just
people
want to
that
talk
came
to
up
them.
with the concept of Rats the fucking Rusical in the first place. Let's be honest. Oh my god.
Do you want to add any other notes? I just gagged over Veronica.
I mean, Astina was also there on that same stage, but I mean, that was just like you could have put any one of them on the stage next to Veronica, and you just kind of wouldn't have really noticed. Like, Astina looked cute. She was the choreography, like she was dancing.
Oh yeah,
The singing, the acting, it was okay. It was okay, but dancing, she really saved herself there. Because I was just watching the baby rats being twirled round and round on Veronica's nipples anyway, so I, I wouldn't have really noticed whether she was dancing good, bad. But the moments I did flick my eyes at Stina, I was like, she's doing the damn thing on the floor.
yeah. I think she was like a safe for me
Yeah,
in this performance, but like she turned it in her own way. Like, by no means she is not anywhere close to the bottom
no.
in this musical. And then we have Tia coming out, a specimen one, and I I was like, where is this going? Where is who brought the Crips Keeper out? Where is this going? Where is this going? What is happening here? And then that reveal of the ear, and I was instantly brought back to being 14 years old, looking at my GCSE biology textbook
Oh my
of
god.
that flipping rat, and everyone
Yep.
must have seen it in your textbook.
Yep.
The clone, when they were cloning rats back in the 90s, 80s, like whenever it was, and they decided to put an ear through stem cell research. They decided to put
Yeah.
an ear on a. I was disgusted then, but I was entertained today. Oh my gosh.
Redemption, the real redemption story.
The rat demption I never saw coming.
Royal, real,
Alexa.
style, Brazilian real, code, the present concept.
Alexa wanted to say her piece about the Rusical. I'm so sorry. I'm trying to unplug her desperately right now. Spooky bitch.
Alexa, if you want a say, you can apply for Drag Race UK Series 3 now. Casting is still going ahead right now.
Plug.
It is. Yeah, I mean, we don't work for them. We're not getting paid for them. But I mean,
But
can we get an Alexa Amazon Prime kind of sponsorship, because she's now featured by accident?
No, this is when we're about to get sued. This has been really fun. 3 episodes. Thank you for listening. We'll be back next year.
We'll try again next year.
Oh, Jeff Bezos, please, you're rich enough. But to wrap up, like, Rats the Rusical is honestly, like, Jersey Boys is found dead in the water. Like, Grease never existed. Like, this is my new favorite musical of all time.
I really loved this. Do you know what? I love the musicals, to be fair. Like, some of them are a bit hit and miss, but some of them are brilliant. Do you know what? I really loved Farmer Musical.
Oh
I loved
yeah,
that, was brilliant. Bitch Perfect is brilliant.
that was incredible.
Everyone loves Shade the Rusical in season 6, and I love it in some parts, and I don't love it in some parts.
I think I really liked it at the time because that was the first series. No, yeah, it was the first series I
Yeah,
watched, so I think it just has a special place in my heart.
yeah, that was the first series to do a Rusical as well.
Mm.
And so they obviously had a big feat ahead of them. But I mean, like, yeah, I mean, they're all good in their own way. But yeah, I loved that one. That was amazing. It felt like it just felt really fucked up though. I'm not gonna lie. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have a come down tomorrow just off of watching that.
I'll call to check on you tomorrow. Don't worry, mate. Put it in the calendar. Alexa, set an alarm.
Don't say the bitch's name. It's gonna
No,
feature
I've
again.
unplugged her. Don't worry. Don't worry. It's gonna fall on my head.
Let's get. Oh, baby, don't. I need a co-host. Please don't die on me.
Applications now open for code. I will not wish that for myself. Cut that out. Right. On to the good stuff. I mean, we've eaten good, people. We've eaten good.
So good.
We've been
So good.
nourished.
This runway, surprise, is the category. And before we get into it, I thought, are we not gonna get a Cilla Black moment from anyone?
Oh, rest in peace.
I was waiting for, like, she's a journalist, everybody. Like, I was waiting for something. It didn't come.
No.
I'm not disappointed though, because some of these runways are brilliant. Ahura comes out first, and she's got a groom to bride look.
Yeah.
It's a for me.
Oh, okay.
It's not a no. It's a again. She looks great, but when RuPaul said she's here to free the slaves. One, I screamed.
Yes.
2, I was sadly reminded that Free the Slaves, the beautiful, incredible London drag queen, isn't on Drag Race yet. I hope she's on there one day. But I was like, yeah, why have you got that? Why is your top pattern so top pattern? Like, why is it so tall? You look like a president.
Very true. Valid questions. Ahura, we're gonna need your answer in 24 hours, please.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, the reveal itself was like, it was decent. Like, it was, but I just wasn't. It was an F.
Was it not just like setting the tone for the whole runway though? Because I was like, oh, this is pretty good, but it's amazing. It just kind of set the tone.
Yeah, and then you had, I won't do the accent.
Elsie,
Lawrence come out.
Lauren Conrad found irrelevant. The big Elsie.
The Subo of drag comes out and has a blue look that turns into a tartan look. It was a no for me. She sold it, and she made me like piss laughing when she said, "I'll show you my shag pipe" to Sheridan Smith.
It was a soft yes, because it was like, I mean, tartan, she's Scottish, like ha ha he he ho ho, like we get the joke, but it was cute. I'm not mad at it.
Yeah, like, I love her, and what's making me, like, I'm now thinking, like, should I change my mind? I don't know. Is the way she sold it. The tartan look was better than the blue look. I liked the tartan look a little bit more. Ginny in this 60s platform croc.
No, sorry. This is the third time now she's worn a croc upon her foot, and I'm so deeply, deeply offended. I'm so offended. The rest of the look was.
Yeah. You're just.
I'm done. I was done when I
so
saw the Crocs, man.
Don't read me, but it's a yes for me. Don't hate me because I'm beautiful. In the words of Kerry Hilson. I just quite enjoyed it. I like the fake reveal.
That was quite fun.
The turnaround reveal. It was just very. It was Drag Race UK.
Yeah.
Like, literally, you couldn't see that. No one would even want to do that on US because they. it's just a different vibe. Like it was fun and it was different. Cherry comes out in this polka dot yellow moment for a gender reveal look.
Beautiful. I really liked it. I liked the first outfit, like the polka dot kind of frock. I mean, obviously you're like, okay, there's gonna be something underneath it. Like, we know the theme. It's a massive oversized frock. There's got to be something underneath. And then the baby bump, I was like, oh, okay, cool. The first look, loved it. Second look, it's a soft yes. The Kris Jenner wig though, inspired.
It was just very much giving me like all the queens at the finale of the season 10 lip sync when everyone was like trying to conceal their reveals and everyone just looked like round blobs.
Yeah. You're not wrong. You are not wrong.
I was like, she's pregnant, but she looked cute. And then when she had the bones on her head, she looked cute. But I was just like, oh, I can see what it is, which is annoying because it's meant to be a reveal. Surprise, isn't it? But she looks cute. Tia is a leather daddy. I never thought I'd see a leather daddy on Drag Race that wasn't the Brit Crew member, but I mean, work. I really enjoyed the leather daddy part.
Comedy.
I love the way that this reveal happened. The dress was giving me dancing lady emoji.
How is that literally
but
I wrote down
like
as well? The two things I wrote down were emoji dress and shiny wig, but not like Veronica in Rusical shiny. Like, I got this from Pax in Peckham. Shout out the Mandem.
Sponsor us. Yeah, I was just like, okay, fair. Let's rattle through these next ones because we still got to talk about some other stuff. But Ellie came out in her 3-way outfit. She's Scarecrow, Tin Man, and Lion. Brave. I loved it.
Makeup beat once more. Would expect nothing less.
Estina comes out, and I just wrote yes with 3 S's. Because I love this. It was like, it's simple but it's effective. I did think she did the reveal a little bit too early.
She was basically at the top of the runway, wasn't she? And then she took it off and it was like a bikini, and I was like, oh, okay, fine. But then she, brought in the theatrics, and I was like, okay, actually, like, I have watched my brother play many a video game, and he would get the references straight away. But I was like, from a game, and my mind went blank. No, that's what he looks fierce.
Yeah, she looked gorgeous. I was like, she sold it when she, like, once she started walking on the runway, and yeah, it came alive. RuPaul calls her Shishta. We're not complaining. We're doing a flipping coincast about it. So yeah. Veronica. I screamed.
You did the what? Sorry, you screeched.
I screamed. I screeched. I scrooped. I scropped. I was gagged. I can't cope. I was like Michelle. I was like, where is this hairline going? Is it going to Asda? Where is it going? What's happening? And then she metamorphosized and became this robot, and like that little like her like shaking and like malfunctioning and doing was like robot stuff. It was brilliant. It was so good. Well done, Veronica. You absolutely smashed that. Tace doing this red on red on red on red on red on red reveal that left her getting red.
You've been planning that one, innit? That was slick.
In this 60s floral look, which is a no for me. She revealed it into like this sexy dominatrix kind of vibe that was kind of meant to be a little bit punky and edgy. And I feel like, I don't want to compare, but I think we saw Crystal do a version of this last series.
Crystal Method. Yeah, it was a no.
Oh no, not Crystal Method. No, Crystal UK. Crystal. She had like a little dominatrix moment.
My babe. Gosh, my due diligence. I'm so unprofessional.
Well, I mean, it's not your fault. I'm pretty certain that World of Wonder are cranking out 72,000 different versions of Drag Race at this point. So, no, I literally it just came to me.
Your
Sometimes I say like something funny
mind.
once in a while. Oh, stan me. Yeah, she looked. I every time I see Taste, I want to eat her because she looks delectable.
Honestly.
Yes, the reveals didn't really work because it was all on red. But she looked incredible, and we'll talk about that later on really quickly.
Bimini Bon Voyage. I put yes and no, and I'll explain.
The hair,
the hair, yeah.
I saw the hair. I was like, Ornata's back.
Oh my god, my good sis Ornata. Where the heck has she been? Oh, alive and well and thriving in 2020.
I loved the wig, and then I was like, okay, I'm here because I know she. As soon as I saw the balloons, I was like, oh my gosh, what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? And I thought the paint would come splashing out, and it was a wow.
I really wanted more because as soon as she came out with like that, the silhouetted hair and her makeup and the like nude corset, I was like, Alexander McQueen. And then she read my mind and she was like an homage to Alexander McQueen. I was like, fucking yes, this is going to be amazing because it's going to be it's going to be colorful, it's going to be a prism, it's going to be a rainbow. And then she started popping the balloons, and that was the surprise, was the noise of the balloons being popped. And then so sad for her because it could have been such a moment. But she still looked fucking gorgeous. Yeah. So that's why it's a yes and a no, because she looked like everything I've ever dreamed of.
Yeah, she did. I'm just gutted for her. It's kind of like her pheromone slipping on All Stars moment. Like, it was like you were almost there. Like, oh, but it's fine. Like, little things happen. And, as spoiler alert, she's safe. So that's good. We get to see her again next week. RuPaul reveals the safe queens: Ahura, Ginny, Estina, Sister, and Bimini. And then we've got our top queens: Veronica. I read this as Veronica, Tia, and Ellie on the top, and then Lawrence, Cherry, and Taste on the bottom.
I was so excited to see Taste on the bottom. I was like, no, but we get to see you lip sync now. Ooh.
It's just never fun to be on meth when you're judging. That's all I'll say. Okay, Untucked. And she fucking ate that shit up. We'll talk about it. Let's go to Untucked really quickly. I mean, the judges, I don't really want to, the judging. All I have to say is, it's always fun to be on meth when you're coming up with Rats The Rusical. Untucked Lawrence is bricking it. She's having a moment. It's kind of a her versus sister moment.
Sister was having none of it. She was like, I ain't got time for this. Shit.
Yeah. It was like, this is an interesting dynamic. I feel like I don't know what I'm expecting from sister, but I feel like she's gonna back herself when she needs to. Taste is nervous. Tia commenting saying that it was a red reveal on a red reveal, and then you had a blood capsule which was also red girl.
She said what we were all thinking. God bless her.
I mean, and also, yeah, you can't fault her. She looks gorgeous, but it was just red everywhere. Cherry feeling upset. The only take I can take from this Untucked right now is Ellie Diamond saying that Cherry's wig was a bus driver's wig, and then she told her to get a lace
Kris
front.
Jenner is somewhere in the fuck ever she lives, somewhere in California. Why have I forgotten what it's called? All I do is watch Kardashians day in and day out. Calabasas. Thank you, mind. She's crying. Right.
A bus driver's wig.
A bus driver's wig put on the lace front. Oh my goodness.
That was cutting. Ellie Diamond, you shady bitch. I've got my honey. All right, next up we've got our lovely lip sync. So, you know, we've got some safe queens going on here.
Backup dancers.
You know, we've got
Yeah.
lovely Ellie, Lawrence the safe, and the rightful deserved winner, Veronica Green.
Pestilence, you own everything. Oh, the way I screamed.
Honestly. Which means that Taste and Cherry are in this lip sync. You go ahead really quickly.
Me go ahead.
What do you think of this lip sync really quickly? Because I as soon as the song started, I was like,
Oh my
this is gonna
god,
hate this.
how did I literally
I can
write
tell.
down hate this song for the second week in a row? Because I know in my limited musical theatre knowledge, I know that song is from Cats, but the only version I recognise is Miranda Cosgrove in the School of Rock singing the song for the audition. So Elaine Page, I don't know who the fuck you think you are, but you better give Miranda Cosgrove her royalties check. I was like, the opening bars, I was very distraught. Obviously, you know me so well. And then we got into the lip sync, and I was like, oh, actually, this is drama, but not GCSE drama. This is like high drama. I was very, very entertained. I loved it. Surprisingly, very off-brand.
It was very special. Like, it
Quite
felt
moving.
like don't be angry with me, but this felt like a Latrice Royale lip syncing and just making
That is
you
a fair
feel
comparison
something.
because I definitely felt things like
Oh,
Michelle singing along to the words that she clearly didn't know was absolutely delightful, and I'm so glad the editors kept that in there. She was just mouthing like melon or whatever it is that you're meant to. Yeah.
watermelon, pineapple, pineapple.
Delightful.
Yeah, the lip sync, I was like, okay, this is incredible. They were both doing really well. I feel like Cherry was doing very musical theatre, whereas Taste was just making me feel the feels. I'm glad that, like, in this Latrice Royale, in this comparison, like the Latrice Royale versus Kenya Michaels lip sync, like, that is a brilliant one. But I'm glad that, like, no one was doing a Kenya Michaels moment and like jumping up and down, doing star jumps.
No, Taste was like,
it was just brilliant.
She really said pussy. She was like, cats, forget rats. We're talking about cats now. She was like, I'm gonna channel some divine feminine energy right here. And she looked like she came to skin the whole chorus of Cats. Like, she was ferocious and I couldn't stop. And the camera could not stop. And then every now and again they'd cut to Cherry and she just looks so forlorn and just so in the moment. It was art, darling.
Yeah, that was 100% art. Taste just, for me, just edged a little bit further than Cherry. I was like, oh, and she looked incredible, like that beautiful bloodied up bitch on stage. I can't cope. She was incredible, and she ate. I was sad to see Cherry say goodbye and sachet.
She looked.
I feel like she could have just brought a lot more. I think she could have brought. I think she had so much more to bring as well. It's just really hard saying goodbye to them, like seeing Joe go last week and then seeing Cherry go this week. It's just kind of like, oh, I want to see more of you, but
exactly.
like someone's got to go
she
home.
Looked drop dead gorgeous with that makeup like running down her face, so dramatic. I was like, oh my god, the art never ends. Like, the song's finished, bitch, but she's still acting. Like, the tears streaming down her face. It was. I'm acting. Come on, Tammy. She just looked divine, and I was sad to see her go. But if it meant we got to see that beautiful tear-stained face, the emo in me was living, honey.
Yeah, it was a moment. And yeah, that was your episode. It was amazing. Next week we've got a sewing challenge. Bimini and Tia, we remember the Meet the Queens video. Remember what you said. We've got our eyes on you. We've got our eyes on you. All eyes are also going to be on Ahura because she makes outfits for people. Like for other queens. And also Ellie, because she makes like her outfits.
It's going to
be
a good one. So... I always love a sewing challenge. Like, I feel like in the old seasons of obviously US Drag Race, it was just a lot of sewing challenges, and I always loved those because it's like I mean, as you all know by now from listening to last episode, I love fashion, so I just like to see garments being sewn. I like to live vicariously because I ain't got no talents whatsoever. So I love to see these garments get sewed together, thrown together, modeled. Oh, I can't wait. And it's going to be a train wreck for those that can't sew. So I also relish in that as well.
You evil bitch. I love it.
It's like we're so close.
It's like we're like cousins or something.
For those that don't know, we are actually cousins.
That I think. Oh yeah, I don't think we've like mentioned it enough. Like,
Jokes on us.
Well, I think that pretty much concludes our first episode. Well, our first episode. That's not our first
It
episode.
is
It's our third.
Our third
You can
born
tell.
baby.
Oh, who knew we were pregnant
God damn,
again?
these birth control pills. I'm just so clumsy. I keep forgetting to take them.
At least we've got Cherry as a birthing partner for next week. You guys have been listening to Crunchy Drag.
If you haven't already, you know what I'm about to say. You better the fuck follow us on social media at Crunchy Drag. Let me spell it out for you. CRUNCHYDRAG. Crunchy Drag. Come back and kiki with us crunchy ass bitches next week. And until then, my darlings.
Until then.
Bye.
Bye.